You guys 3-2, play a lot of road games, finally got a home game.
Right.
Real test, though, with UMKC coming up at the Coliseum. Just talk a little bit about the prep for that and the idea of playing a conference game already.
Yeah, we just want to be mentally and physically prepared, just mainly stopping their plays and their best player, Kuznar. So, yeah.
Okay. Talk just a little bit about where this team's at. Obviously 3-2, but just like the mental toughness of this team and kind of where the game's at.
Like, our mental toughness is there, because we've been having a lot of team bonding and team meetings, so we've been keeping each other's heads on straight when stuff goes on bad. So.
What about you? You're out to a pretty good start for the season. What's been the difference for you this year?
The preparation out of practice and in the summer.
What'd you work on in the summer?
I was here working out with a couple D-League players. They came to over the gym, a little bit like that.
So playing against tougher physical guys?
Yeah, made me,
Okay.
Especially in defending them.
Coach Dane Fife, IPFW men's head coach. Starting off Summit League action tomorrow. Not ideal, but I would say your team at 3-2, a couple of good road tests, and obviously some losses, but some good learning games.
Yeah.
Is this team ready for Summit League action?
Well, I think we're probably as ready as the next team. I do think that it does not favor the young teams, and we're kind of right in the middle in terms of being young or old. We're hoping we get a young UMKC team. At least we hope they play young tomorrow night. It's going to be a great game for us and a good test.
Talk about, I guess, two things here. How important it is to get off to a good start in the conference, but you guys get 2 early games at home, which certainly helps too.
Well, they are at home, and that's something that we do value, but I also, my main concern is that UMKC and Southern Utah are really good teams. They're much improved, and they were pretty good last year, at least in terms of the way they played against us. I think there is quite a bit of value, though, in the fact that it is at home, and we're asking UMKC to come. And, there's a time change, and there's certainly, quite a far distance between us and Kansas City.
It's fair to say this team made some pretty good strides last year, the program as a whole. Where is this team at this year, 5 games in, compared to last year?
There's no telling where we're at right now. It's just, like you said, we're 5 games in. We've played well. We've also played like junk. So I think it's still early, but unfortunately, as we've talked about, it's league time for at least 2 games.
The last you and I talked was after your exhibition game, and you weren't pleased with that effort. You talked about some holes in the team. Have those holes closed a little bit? How have you worked?
I think those holes have closed a little bit. We had quite a few mistakes that were made in our exhibition game, and the problem I had was that it was made by veterans. The mistakes were made by veterans, guys that have been here 3 and 4 years. They've since hopefully developed a clear understanding that cannot happen, because this team just does not have a lot of margin for error. There's going to be quite a few tight games this year. A lot more than I'd rather like, but there's going to be a bunch.
How do you get a team mentally focused for conference games coming up for 2 games, and then you're kind of back out of conference for a while before you start up after the first of the year?
Well, I think just a small percentage is on me to get the team focused. That's up to our players, our leaders, guys that have been through the battles, guys that understand the significance, even right now, of getting 2 early conference wins. The conference seeding for the league tournament starts now. There's only one team getting in, and that's getting into the dance, and that's the team that wins the league tournament. So these 2 games are crucial if we want to have a shot at getting a good seed, so we don't have to face an Oakland or Oral Roberts right off the bat in the league tournament.